I can't do this with the fucking internet.
All right, we're almost done. We got one more question.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I just got to see what the question was now. Oh, God, I forgot. Okay, I got it. Okay, here we go. Nick, how are you?
How are you, gorgeous? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so nervous.
You're nervous?
I am nervous, but I'm so excited to do this. It's going to be everything.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Everything's going to be fine. Hey, Flynn, how are you? Thanks for joining.
Hi, Matt.
Yes, Matt. Oh, Matt, let me know if you still want to do the reading or not. Yeah, don't be nervous, girl. We're just going to see where the journey takes us, right? We're just going to see what happens. You look great. Your hair looks great. I just tell everyone, have an open heart, have an open mind, right? That's the main important thing. Whatever information comes through, I always say, no matter how generic, how in-depth it is, it's all information that needs to be heard for a reason, and there's a reason why it's coming up. That is what is important, right? Absolutely. So everyone that's watching, please have an open heart and have an open mind. She's abusive with her hair.
Yes, I am. I'll own that.
Oh my God, I love it. It's great, yeah. And before we get started, whoever's not following NYX, I'm sure everyone is. Please follow. She's amazing.
Stop.
Up and coming. So great, right? So talented. You're just like moving on the fast pace, girl. And I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, baby. Trying, working very hard, but thank you.
Working hard, right? So it's about a balance, right? We'll get to that a little bit later. So yeah, you know how it goes. I will provide you what I'm getting, right? Some of it might be a little heartfelt though, right? So you got to be ready for it, right? So
absolutely,
you're strong. You can handle the information.
Absolutely, I am ready.
Yeah, you're ready, right? So we're going to move forward. So I already told everyone that we're going to pull cards at the end, right? I also told them that we're going to do 2 or 3 questions with a yes or no answer. I did this last week with G is for Godoy. It worked really, really well. I'm going to do it again. 2, 3, whoever are the first 2 or 3 people that pop a question in my question box, I'll pull them up. I'll know the question, and I will tell them the yes or no, right? Keep it private, but they'll get the answer that they want. And it's basically a question that would require a yes or no answer too, right? Like, am I going to move? Am I going to get a new job? Am I going to get married? Should I cheat on my husband? You know, something like that. So that's how we're going to go. Any questions before we get started?
No, I'm so excited.
Okay, great. Do you allow me to connect with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'll leave the comments on. Hello, Antisocial. Thanks for joining. If anyone gets unruly, I will turn them off. So, everyone be nice. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So first thing that I feel is that there is like a little bit, I feel, pressure that you put on yourself, right? Because I feel that we're coming up to, whenever we're getting close to milestone birthdays, I feel like we are starting to put pressure. And I feel like you are kind of around the corner or getting to a milestone birthday, right? And I do feel like you're putting a ton of pressure on yourself, right? Because you are, I want to say like maybe 70% where you want to be, but you are nowhere near that 100% mark where you want to be. And there's so much more for you to do. And I feel like you have a timeline that you're trying to get to by this time, right? And there's things that you need to accomplish because as we get older, right, we start to realize we can't do everything that we used to be able to do when we were 5 years younger, 10 years younger, right? Okay, so I feel like there is some weight on your shoulders, and I do feel like you are someone that does put a lot of pressure on yourself, and I feel like this is stressing you out a little bit, and it's also what it's doing is it might be clouding judgment, and it might also be clouding the way that you are perceiving and trying to move forward, right? So it will throw off balance, it will throw off energy. So I'm thinking that it's just being a little bit more in tune and trying to relinquish or release a lot of that energy. So I would say, I don't know if you do any type of meditation, if you do any type of yoga, or if you do anything where you feel that would be something of relaxation for you when you are on these moments of putting this pressure on you, right? Because I want to say that you're very close to Halloween. Is that correct?
Yes, I am. October 28th.
Okay, yeah. So you're very, very close to Halloween, right? So you're a Scorpio as well, right? And, you know, Scorpios in general, have a certain way of living their life and a certain way that they want to do things, right? And I just feel like that is also impacting you. So it's just about being very open and very clear about the direction that you want to go in, right? I feel like you've always had a direction, right? So even when you were younger, you always had a way that you wanted to be. And I feel like so when you were younger, I feel like, I'm going to start off with younger, right? So I do feel like when you were younger, there was a little bit of a mask, right, about the way that you wanted to live your life. And I also feel like you tried to do everything, right? Like, I want to say that you were open to everything, right? Because you wanted to really experience a lot. And I feel like you had a lot of friends when you were younger as well, because I feel like friends are almost like second family for you. So I feel like you never lacked or never faulted in the friend zone with individuals. Even till this day, I feel like you're supported or surrounded by friends. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
Okay. But it's funny, like, because I feel like when you were younger, I'm getting a lot of female energy, but I also am getting like the same kind of energy now, but it's like in a male form. So I feel like when you were younger, a lot of your friends were more female friends. Does that make sense to you, right?
Yes.
So I do feel like you had male friends, right? But it was sporadic. I do feel like you had more female friends. Now I feel like you have a lot of male friends, right? But they're male friends in the LGBTQ community, right? So energy is kind of similar and kind of the same as kind of what I'm picking up. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yes.
And I want to say when you were young, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel tremendous support. Do you understand that from family?
Absolutely.
Right. So I want to say that your family was very, very supportive. It's very similar to the reading that I did last week with G, is that I feel that you were very fortunate to have family that was around you and supported you the way that you wanted to move forward and the trajectory of your life, right? Does that all make sense to you? Because I feel like you never had like a shunning, and I'm not getting like a shunning in any way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
I get fast track, fast track, fast track. So I do feel like you were always on the fast track, right? So even when you were younger, you were on a fast track to get to where you need to be, get to where you want to be, and accomplish goals. I want to say that you went through an awkward phase, I feel, when you were younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to say there was an awkward period in your life where you were really, not so much socially awkward, but I just feel like you felt you were awkward, right? And I'm getting something where you were not happy with the way that you were. I'm getting something with the skin. Do you understand skin or skin issues when you were younger?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I'm feeling like this kind of made you feel uncomfortable at points. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
I do feel dance with you as well. So with like a lot of queens, I feel movement and I feel dance, but I'm getting much more of an athletic format of dance. Okay, this is bringing me back when I read a New York queen, Anita D. I'm getting more about acrobatics. So I don't know if it's like a gymnastic type of form of dance or something of that type of movement, but I do feel like you really belonged to something, right? And I'm getting something of a squad or some type of team, okay? And that this really was something that really empowered you. And I feel like you did this for quite a long time, right? And I feel like you were supported on this journey as well. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Mom worked very, very hard, I think, to make the family as happy as possible, right? So I feel like she worked at what she needed to do to get and give what needed for you and family. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. When I tune into mom, okay, I do feel I'm getting an L. Do you understand L for mom?
Yes.
You understand that mom almost, I'm hearing almost doubles your age. Do you understand that mom almost doubles your age? So I feel like mom had you later in life, somewhat later in life. Does that make sense to you as well?
Did.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I also feel mom's birthday would have passed. So I feel like it would have been, you know, I'm getting somewhere between 1 to 3 months ago. So somewhere between June and August is kind of where I feel mom would fit with her birthday. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Very much supportive. Okay, I want to say support, strong love. I feel like mom to you is almost like best friend. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like she has a lot of qualities that you embody or that you want to embody as well. And as you get older, you want to have characteristics and you want people to see you the way that you see your mom. Is kind of what I'm getting. Does that make sense to you as well?
Mm-hmm.
Something with strawberries. Did your mom like strawberries?
My mom does love strawberries. Yes, she does.
Okay, because I'm getting something with strawberries. I feel like you are such a big part of her heart, right? I do want to say that you're one of two, right? So I do feel like mom has another child, right? So you are one of two.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's a special connection between you and mom. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's some type of celebratory situation or something that might have been done that's like was a bonding experience between the two of you is kind of what I'm getting. All right. So I don't know if there's something to celebrate a bonding of the two of you, right? Like mom and son type of situation is what I'm getting. I'm getting like 10 years ago almost. Do you understand that? About 10 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there's something that you both went through together that brought you together, and I feel like it just commemorates the bond. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I feel separation from father. Do you understand that?
Yes.
But I feel like dad was there in the beginning. Do you understand that as well?
Mm-hmm.
Dad is also, I feel, around mom's age. Do you understand R for dad? I'm getting an R. I'm getting almost like I'm hearing like a Robbie.
Robert.
Okay. Rob, okay. Do you have a mustache?
He does have a mustache.
Okay. It's funny. I feel like they're pointing to this mustache. Okay. I feel that there was support there in the beginning as well, right? But then there's separation because I do feel another man come through with mom, right? So I don't know if this is a stepfather or there's another connection. Do you understand this? Is there another man that comes in? Because I feel like there's another man that steps in.
Not that I know of, but I wouldn't put it past it.
Okay.
As that sounds.
Okay. Because I do feel like there's somebody else that steps in. Why? I see a panda jumping around. Do you understand a panda jumping around? Because there's a panda in my head moving, and I feel like this is significant to you, right? So
Yes.
I want to say that this panda is very, very significant to you. And let me just see.
Sorry.
I just feel like you like hug it. I don't know if it's like a stuffed animal or not, but I feel like you hug this, and it's like very, very close to you. I feel like it's, I feel a connection for a very long time with this panda, right? And I just feel like it's like almost like such a love. I don't know. It's interesting.
It's actually my sister who's actually in this
Oh
chat
my
right
God.
now. Yeah,
Wow.
her nickname is Panda.
Oh my God.
And she is one of my favorite people on the planet.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I feel such a connection between the two of you as well, right? I almost feel like you're like one and the same to a certain degree. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like 2 to 3 years apart between the two of you as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, too.
Okay.
Ew. Oh, my heart.
Her birthday's coming up. I mean, her birthday's coming up, right? And I feel like it's around something that we celebrate too, right? So I feel like it's like a month after yours is kind of what I'm getting, right? So there's a month after. So I do feel like her birthday's coming up, right?
Uh-huh.
So, celebration. I feel separation, not separation that you don't communicate, but I feel separation in length, right? So I'm being drawn. I know that when you did this thing, you mentioned the turnpike in New Jersey, but I do feel like there's a connection with you and family still on the East Coast, right? And I even feel like you might have family that lives in New Jersey for some reason. I feel like there's family in New Jersey that you have that live like in this area because I do feel family all over with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel partnership with sister. Do you understand? Is sister in a relationship? Because I feel partnership.
My sister is currently in a relationship.
Yeah, okay. Because I do feel partnership with her. I want to say that it's been going on for, I want to say she's coming up on or just past a year. Does that make sense with her relationship? I don't know if you would know that or not.
I think that is true.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here. I want to tune into a little bit about you here with your personality because I feel that. So we know that you do drag, right? But I also feel like in general you're always wearing a mask,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I feel like you mask a lot of your feelings. You hide a lot of what you feel. Emotion is always masked tremendously. I do get anxiety from you, right? So I do feel like you do suffer from some anxiety. And I also want to say that I feel sometimes slight depression at times as well, right? That you go through these lows tremendously, and it's very hard for you to get out of them, right? I almost feel like they really dip down, right? And it affects you, right? And I feel like sometimes it affects a lot of opportunity that could be coming to you in multiple different ways because you let it get the best of you, right? So that's like something that we need to work on a little bit and heal about. I feel like you don't do I'm getting something with a loss of passion or something that you're passionate about or used to do that no longer you do, or you do very, very sporadically. Like now it's like whenever I get a minute, it's kind of what I'm hearing. When I get a minute, I enjoy doing this, right? But there's something that you used to be a really big part of your life that I feel. I feel like it has to do with, show me Rachel Ray, something with preparation. Do you do stuff with preparation, or do you do anything with food?
Oh, cooking. Cooking for sure.
Okay. Do you enjoy cooking? Like I feel like it's like a
Yes.
passion of yours, right?
Yes.
Okay. But you've also stepped away, right? I feel like there's something about you that I'm trying to figure out what this is. You're like a people pleaser, right? You like to do things to make people happy, and you like to make sure that people are happy as well, right? So I feel like you did something where you had to please people, please people, please people. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
I feel like it was organizing something. Let me just see here. I'm getting like something with hospitality.
Yes. Definitely hospitality, customer service.
Okay. Yeah, and I feel like you really enjoy doing this, right? So I feel like this is something that's really important to you, and you enjoy doing this, right? But you stepped away. I feel like it's a step away from this, right? Because you're doing what you're doing now, right? You're doing your drag, you're trying to get your career on track. But I do feel like there was a drive and a passion for what you were doing. You put a lot of work, a lot of effort in this, and I feel like that you need to get back to that somehow as well. I'm hearing like you need to get back to it, even if it's just a small portion of your life, or even if you combine the two together. I feel like there's something that has to be drawing you to get back into this for some reason, right? I'm also hearing something about you no longer about connecting. So I don't know if you were very strong with when you grew up, if your family was religious or did things with religion or instilled in you religion to a certain degree. But there's something, I'm hearing something from my guides about you stepping back or not connecting the way you used to connect. It's like you almost lost your like your energy into it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? It's like you're backing away. This could be backing away from like a spiritual belief. This could be backing away from religion. This could be backing away from your faith. I feel like you just are backing away. And I feel like things have happened in your life that you now feel you let me down. You let me down. Do you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm hearing that the universe is saying, right, we need to do some work to get back to restoring our faith, restoring our spiritualness, whatever you want to call it, right? Because when we start to reconnect again, doors will open up, abundance will start to come to you, and it will open up the gates for you so much more, right? So it's a process, and it's a healing process. And I think it's really important for you to start to do that.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. That was the spirits. That was the spirits. That was.
Wait, was it the spirit in the glass, or was it the spirit of technology?
Girl, I don't know. That was something. I was like, it's getting too real. The spirits don't want me in there.
Well, you know, but that's faith, girl. That's the faith. You gotta have the faith.
You started talking about religion, and it was like, no, that's it. That's the tipping point.
They were like, forget it. No, we're not going near her. And we're burning the place down. Forget it. It's
That's
done.
what I'm saying. I'm like, whoo, God.
Oh my God, I love it. And your roommate was so helpful. So thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God. All right, here we go. All right, so let me see what else I get now because I have to try to reconnect now because you gave me a little bit of a moment here. All right, let's just see. All right. So there's a man that I feel that's around you. This man is older. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting like 90s. Late 90s, right? So I'm going to say that this would probably be a grandfather. Okay? Are you aware of your grandfathers?
Yes.
Whether you like them or not? Okay. I just want to make sure you know who they are.
Yes.
Okay.
All
right.
of them.
Let me just say all of them. Okay. So this grandfather's saying that he was married twice. So just say yes or no if you understand that. There are two wives.
Yes.
Okay. He's like, I was married twice. I feel like one of his wives passed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like her name is like Vet. Vet?
Yvette?
Vet. Okay. So she would have been first, right? So I feel like she would have passed, right? And then there was a second one that came, right? Does that make sense to you? That's what he's telling me. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand this man would have been in the army?
Yes, he was in the army.
Okay. Because I am getting memorial, I'm getting dedication, I'm getting a flag was presented to him at his passing, right? So I want to say that. I do feel like this man had a nice smile. I do feel like this man was well liked. Do you understand that as well? So I do feel like people really did migrate and did cling to him. I feel like he gave advice or a lot of support for people as well. Does that make sense to you? Because he's telling me that people came to him for advice or support. Do you know this?
Yes.
Okay. Full life, full life. He got to see a lot. He's very happy with what he was able to do and what he was able to accomplish. He got to live to 90s, right? So he's saying till 90s. I'm being drawn for some reason to your dad, right? Your dad's dad. Does that make sense? Dad's dad?
Yes.
Okay. He's telling me, make sure my policy is up to date. Make sure your policy is up to date. Your policy, your policy, your policy. Did he do something with policies?
Yeah, he was did insurance policies.
Wow. Okay, so he's talking about policies. It's like he did this for quite a very long time. Do you understand that too?
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like this was a really big portion of his life. He's telling me birthday is very, very close to your sister. Do you understand that? So I feel like their birthdays would have been very close. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. He's an interesting character. I do get a little bit of humor with him. Do you understand humor?
He was very funny.
Yeah, I feel like he was funny. He likes to laugh. Like, he thinks, like, he loves what you're doing to a certain degree. Like, he's like, this is, like, fun. Like, it's all fun. So I feel like maybe had he been around, I don't know the reception would be if he was here. But on the other side, I'm getting a really, really great vibe about the way he's reacting. Okay? And to him, it's like, wow, this is, like, kind of cool. It's entertaining. Like, a different dynamic. Also, something about strength with you or commending you to have the strength to even do this, right? Because he's saying, as strong as I was as a man, I could have never been able to do what you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It takes a certain type of inner strength to be able to do this. Because I do feel like he was about integrity. Do you understand integrity with him? Because integrity is very, very big for him, right? You have to make sure. So he's saying you have to make sure that as you move forward in life, you continue to have a really great stream of integrity. That's what's going to really bring you to where you need to be, right? So it's about cultivating strong, healthy relationships, but also integrity. And I feel that the lesson here is that be careful with everyone that you interact with because not everyone holds integrity at the same level. Does that make sense? That's kind of like what I'm getting from him. Okay?
Absolutely.
Also something about you're stronger than you really are, okay? And I don't think you give yourself enough credit. And there's also something about you not really realizing what you're really worth and what you're worth to other people, right? So I feel like sometimes you almost like live edgelessly, like on the edge to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you're almost always on that edge, right? So it's about coming off that edge or that ledge and reining back in a little bit. It's kind of what I'm getting from him as well, right? Does that make sense? Because I feel a little bit of like chaos. Certain, like, I feel like there are moments where your life is, I'm like, my head is like spinning, where like you're in almost a tornado and you're kind of spinning out of control. Does that make sense to you? I'm getting a little bit like a Russian roulette vibe with you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
This person passed very close to your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very close to your birthday. Do you understand that the passing was quick?
Yeah.
Tragedy. I feel like it was a shock that went through
Yeah.
the entire town is kind of what I'm getting. That's what he's kind of telling me. This is a man. This is a young kid. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that you almost lived parallel lives? I feel like you almost were on the same path or the same trajectory. Does that also make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
I feel like you both almost were like doing things together almost. Does that also make sense to you? Because I just feel like such a connection in what you guys were doing, and your paths were like very, very similar. There's somewhat of a responsibility being taken as well. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Because he's claiming responsibility for this. He's saying he feels like it was just hard. It was hard, just hard. He just keeps saying it was hard. It was hard. It was hard. I feel like he confided a lot in you and shared a lot of what this was about. Do you understand that?
Yes. Ooh.
There's something about cooking with this individual as well. I feel like you need to cook more. He's talking about cooking. I don't know if he cooked with you or if he enjoyed cooking, but there's something about cooking, all right, which is really important. And something about being on the water a lot with him. I don't know if he liked the water or enjoyed being in the water, but there's something about water with him. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Strong connection with family. I do feel like he does feel like, like you with your mom, very strong connection with his mom. I do feel like he had two moms. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I feel very strong connection with birth mom. Okay, so I do feel like there was something very strong there. I also feel like he talks in like riddles. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Oh, we're losing connection again. Oh God, no, come back, please. Is there an X in the corner?
The spirits aren't having me today, are they?
Girl, I don't know what's going on, but this is like, this only happened one other time, and that was with Marina Mack, and that was hilarious. I was like, just sit in the fucking corner, girl.
I'm like, I'm not even going anywhere.
I know. Is the Wi-Fi off?
Yeah, I did it. I tried that. And thank you, Godoy, for being our technical expert today.
Yeah, my God. Thank God she's so good at this. You know, she's a professional live person. I love it.
I watched hers. I know, girl.
Yeah, she's good. She's good, right? She helped me with mine. I was having technical difficulty. All right. So let me just get back to this because I was like just having him here for a minute. So I'm getting, I feel like he's only been gone like 8 or 9 years. Does that make sense to you? 8 or 9 years?
8 years, yeah.
8 years, okay. I feel like there was a connection between the two of you. Do you understand this?
Yes.
I also feel like it's a little... Thank you, Tina. Would you understand that it was a little bit more than friendship?
It definitely was a little bit more than friendship.
Yeah, I feel this. He's around you tremendously. Do you understand that? I think he is trying to support you also as much as he can. But again, I'm getting a little bit of a concern with making sure that you keep things in check, you keep things in check, right? And to communicate and reach out to him whenever you feel like things are getting out of control. Because I feel like it's really, really important for you to understand that. I feel like his family may have not been, though, as supportive as your family was. Do you understand that as well?
Yes.
And I do feel like he's coming through with acknowledgement about that as well, and saying that that also did not, was not easy. It was not easy living to get through with that. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Also, something about you stepping away or backing away from a lot of your roots or where you came from with people from your old roots. Do you understand that? I feel like there's a disconnection. I don't know if you're doing this intentionally because you feel like you need to, or because you're just breaking away because your life is going in a different trajectory. But I am hearing that you do need to get back to roots, especially to certain people, all right, that really fulfilled you and served you to the highest good and were there for you when you needed them the most, whenever you felt these lows, right? Because I feel like these individuals will serve you differently than who you are around on a daily basis as well. Does that make sense? Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do feel like this individual enjoyed writing and put a lot on paper. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like you have a lot of writing, or you have a lot. I don't know if you have a book or something that might have been created, or a journal, but I feel like you have writing. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
And I do feel that there are moments where you go in and you read or you flip through, right? You do go and reminisce, is what he's saying. Do you understand that?
I do.
He recognizes all of this. He's around you and he realizes all of this. I don't feel like you fully healed from this because I do feel like you're carrying some weight on your shoulders in regards to this. Do you understand that as well?
Mm-hmm.
He needs you to let this go. This is holding you back. Oh, I got chills. Whoa. Girl.
Woo!
Yeah, this is like deep now. You need to let this go. Yeah, drink up. You need to let this go. Yeah, pour yourself a little bit more if you need.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, well, I told you, you never know where it's going to go, right? And you said you were an open book, but I'm just going to say, like, there is some type of responsibility that I feel like you are carrying with you, right? That you need to realize it's not your fault, right? So whatever you're carrying on your shoulders, whatever you feel in your heart, he is saying to relinquish, relinquish, relinquish. He will be with you on your journey. He is saying that there is lashing out that you do, though, because I feel like this is a way to combat a lot of this anger and hurt that you're carrying with you. Does that all make sense to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Saying you got to get your life in check, right? We're approaching the age. We're approaching the age. Like, we can't be 30, 35, 40 and acting a hot mess, right? We need to really rein it in a little. We need to rein it in a little bit, right? And we got to get our life together. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
All right. He's going to help you relinquish this, right? He wants you to understand that there's no animosity. He holds no anger or nothing against you or in any shape or form for anything that has occurred. He doesn't hold any responsibility towards you. You need to also relinquish and feel the same way, okay? And I feel like once you do that, your connection with him will be a lot stronger. And I also feel like your connection with others will grow as well, because this is really holding you back. I don't feel like you've ever healed from this. 8 years down the line, and you're still carrying this weight, and I can feel it. And it's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy. And I'm going to leave it at that because I know it's deeper than that, but I'm just going to say we're going to leave it at that, okay? But I want you to know he's around you. I get like Eminem for him. Do you understand Eminem?
Yes.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to leave it with that. I'm going to say that you have some work that you need to do. I think you know what you need to do, right? And I think the first thing in the forefront is for you to take care of yourself and to make sure that you're doing now things as you move forward that are going to serve your highest good and that's going to put you on the right trajectory. But you got a lot of healing, right? And you got to start to really know that you got to let go of whatever you're carrying, this burden and this weight, okay? It's not your responsibility any longer, okay? You've been forgiven. All right, communication has been made, right? And he's grateful for this because he doesn't feel he would have ever had this opportunity to come through. So he's also saying thank you for doing something like this because a lot of times our loved ones don't get this opportunity, right? So I just want you to understand that. So there's a commending for that as well, okay?
Absolutely.
Anything that you would like to validate, anything that you would like to say? I know that you're kind of processing a little bit in shock, and this is just a lot.
Yeah. I think it's just it's crazy because the people really come through.
They do.
But I mean, hey, it's good things to hear, and it's good to know that these people surround me. So that's...
yeah. Do you want to just validate him and your grandfather a little bit with some of the information that I gave you, just so people who are watching can understand that?
Yeah, I mean, my grandfather was in the war for a really long time. He died a veteran. I love him a lot. I carry him with me a lot. the friend that had passed had died of a drug overdose. So he's definitely, you know, I was definitely feeling a lot of responsibility for it, and XYZ. We definitely, you know, were a little bit more than friends. We had gone. Wow. Hello?
Yeah, back. Kind of. You're back.
Am I back? They weren't having
Yeah.
it. Can you see me now? I'm off Wi-Fi. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
see it.
the spirits don't want it. The spirits don't want me to be involved.
They're like, oh my God, this is a sign for you though. It's an awakening, right? They're like saying, girl,
sure.
you gotta get it.
Sure.
You gotta get it together. You gotta
get it together. That's all. But
you gotta get it together.
Crazy.
Listen, I'm just glad that you were able to understand the information, right? I think you know what you need to do. I think you know the trajectory that you need to be on, which is the most important thing, right?
Right.
And that's what we just need to really focus on, right? So I'm excited that I was able to do this with you. I hope that you enjoyed this. As you know, I did your mother, Rhea Latre, which was
amazing.
What did you watch it? I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
The opener is just wow. I mean, I still can't with the opener. It's still my topper. That's still my topper. I mean, she caught me so off guard. I didn't even know what to say. But that's typical Rhea, right? Typical Rhea.
Absolutely.
And I love it, and I love it, and I love it. So you're surrounded by beautiful people, which is like the most important thing, right? And that's what I'm so excited for you about, right? So beautiful journey, beautiful journey. Any Matt's next. Yeah, Patty. Any questions for me?
No, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm excited to see these cards.
You're like, no, I'm good. You're like, I don't want any more. I'm good.
I'm cool.
Appreciate it.
The spirits don't want me to be successful. They don't want this to happen.
They are totally against you having this reading. Stop.
I'm like, I don't understand. What did I do?
Do you have any idea how much editing I'm going to have to do now for this? This is going to be like a 4-week project, girl. I'm going to give it to Matt and let him edit it. God.
Well, you know what? That's okay.
It's okay. I'm the one that got to edit it. But yes, you're right. It's okay.
We have an editor. You know, we'll get her done.
Okay. Where did she go? Where'd you go, girl?
I can't do this with the fucking internet.
All right, we're almost done. We got one more question.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I just got to see what the question was now. Oh, God, I forgot. Okay, I got it. Okay, here we go. So I want to say before NYX's internet goes out again, because she has technical difficulty all night long, thank you, everyone, for joining. It was a beautiful reading with Queen. We brought through some beautiful messages. Please follow us both. NYX, I don't know if you want to add anything, but I'm just going to say this will be on my IGTV. I'm going to put it up right now quickly. I will put this on my YouTube in about 8 to 10 weeks with all the editing that I have to do because of the technical difficulty.
It's not 7 to 10 business days anymore. God damn it.
Oh my God, I love it.
I just want to say thank you so much because honestly, I was nervous as hell coming into this. And you pulled through some amazing people that I really wanted to hear from. And I am so grateful for you doing this because it was definitely over what I expected it to be, 1,000%.
Oh my God, I love that.
Very grateful.
And thank you for doing this with me. I always appreciate it. You know what I mean? I love doing this. I love giving back to the LGBTQ community, as you know. And I love making friends. And I feel like I have more friends in West Hollywood now than I do anywhere else in the country.
You need to come over here, girl. You're going to be booked and blessed. Let me tell you.
Any parting words before we go?
Upgrade your internet.
Upgrade the internet. Exactly. There you go. Upgrade the internet. And thank you for the support. I'm going to send you with love and light. Thank you so much for joining me. I will call you shortly. Thank you, everyone, for watching another beautiful Reading the Queen. Next week, we have Alexa.
Work. Come on, Alexa.
You know who she is, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we have her next week. So it'll be fun. Here we go. Enjoy. Have a great one. Have a good
night, baby.
Thank you, honey. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.